Okay, here we go. We're in the lectures of the Yanuka that were written down. We're in part 5 of this series of Building Jerusalem. Let's go. This topic is called Herat Tzelem V'tikun Levush Ha'or Hu Al Yedei Birchos HaTorah, the illumination of your light garment and the rectification of your skin garment comes through the blessings that we make on learning the Torah. Haynu Hazikaron HaTamidi B'Makor HaTorah, which really is the constant reminder and awareness of the source of the Torah. Being aware of the source of the Torah while learning Torah is the ultimate way where your light garment starts to radiate. Let's see what's going on. V'ikar esek HaTorah hu b'Torah sheba'al peh. The main essence and the main pillar of Torah study is studying the oral Torah. You really want to study Torah? It's not just the 5 books. You got to study the oral law to really be considered studying Torah. Ki me'achar shehalavush hayoser karov el haguf hu keneged halavush or sheish bo tov v'ra. This is because the garment that's closest to our body is juxtaposed, connected to the skin that we have. That's the garment that's closest to our physical body is the skin. And this is where good and evils become mixed up. It's like our light garments are fine. Where do we need to work on? You need to work on your skin garments. Because why? There's some good and bad mixed together inside of our bodies. Al kein ikar birur hatoiv min hara. Therefore, the fundamental and the main refinement that we have to do in this world to fix is the good and the bad being separated. This is like the main work that we're trying to work on. Hamutar min ha'aser, to be able to distinguish what's permissible from what's not permissible, to know what's right and what's wrong. Hatar min ha'tameh, to be able to know the pure things from the impure things. How do we know what's good and bad? How do we know what's allowed and not allowed? How do I know what's pure and not pure? Hu b'Torah sheba'al peh. All this information is found in the oral Torah. That's why it's so important. And when a human dibble-dabbles and is involved in studying the oral law, the law that was passed down from Moses all the way down to us today, from rabbi to rabbi, through the prophets and the sages, etc., and the men of the great assembly, whoever is involved in this oral Torah, you always have to remember the source of the Torah. Sometimes you're learning the oral Torah, like Rabbi Nachman, or Rabbi Yehuda Nasi says, or Rabbi Meir, or Rabbi Akiva. You're just saying the names. Do you remember the source of that oral Torah? Do you remember where it really came from? So when you are learning the oral Torah, you have to remember the source of the Torah. And I'm kind of going to correct myself over here because there's 2 sources of the Torah. Yeah, it's being in a state of reverence of the teachers, of the rabbis, of the sages, and also being in a state of reverence from the heavens. To fear your teacher, the heavens, and to fear your teacher, the teachers, the sages. Torah sheba'al peh. The oral Torah is connected to being in a state of reverence for our teachers and our sages. So yes, Rabbi Akiva, Rabbi Yehuda Nasi, Rabbi Meir, these are guys to have reverence for, because they were the deliverers and the passer-oners, the transmitters of the oral Torah. The Torah shebechtav, in the written Torah, hi moira shemayim, that's the reverence of the heavens. So we have to have double reverence. We have to revere our sages and the rabbis and revere the heavens. And one is the oral law and one is the written law. Shetorah sheba'al peh nimseres al yidei chachamim, because this oral law was passed on generation through the sages. V'lachein zeh keneged moira rabbecha, and this is connected to fear of or reverence of your masters, of your sages. V'torah shebechtav, and the written Torah, Nisna yesh bo gilui shel tzivui Hashem baruch hu. When it was given, or natna, when it was given, there was a revelation of this is being commanded directly to you by God. So the Israelites were like, all right, the written Torah, boom, we were at Mount Sinai, we saw it happen. The oral Torah, Moses came down, And he's like, this is what God told me to tell you guys. And we're like, oh, we're going to revere both revelations. The revelation of the written Torah and the revelation of the oral Torah are two things that are going to be revered in our realities. And therefore, okay, so first of all, for the Torah, because the Torah was revealed by God, this is revering the heavens. And now that I'm combining both of them, I'm making a combo package. This is the ultimate completion and wholeness of awareness and fear of the heavens. You want to be aware of the heavens? It will never happen by just fearing God and the written Torah. It'll never happen just by being locked into what the rabbis tell you to do. You have to combine both. You revere the words of the sages and you revere the Torah. When you combine them both, you got a new level, as it says in the Torah itself, in Deuteronomy 6:13. Chapter 6, verse 13, 6:13, right there. Es Hashem Elokecha Tira. It says, and like that, this, like, it's like saying, this God you shall fear and be aware of, but the word es is extra. Like, what other God could we be talking about? V'darshu, and the sages expound upon this from the Talmud Pesachim. Es, when it says the word es, in this verse, in Deuteronomy 6:13, Lerbo's Talmudei Chachamim, it's coming to include the Talmudei Chachamim, the sages, the rabbis of the generations. These are the ones we also have to fear and be aware of and conscious of. Ubezemis yachadim beis halevushim, and through this strategy, you've united both garments. Levushe or sheim or chachma, the garments of light, which comes from the light of your wisdom, your Torah wisdom. That's where it comes from. Im levushe or sheim kol habayis sheba adam. You combine that together with your garments of skin, which is basically all the muddiness of the human, the thing that makes us human, and the physical thickness of us gets united with the spiritual light of us. And then you can give birth. The byproduct of that is you will have total and whole awareness and fear of the heavens. You are totally locked in. You've combined both realities. Which is the aspect of reverence for your sages and reverence for the heavens. Last paragraph. Let's go. Hischabrus halevushim, the uniting of these garments, the unification of them. Sha'al yada zeicha adam l'chachma gedoyla. Well, by doing that, a human becomes worthy of getting a tremendous amount of wisdom. You will be very wise if you unite these garments. And you'll experience a massive expansion in the oral Torah, your understanding of the oral law, which will bring you to a very holy, lofty place, including all the levels. You get revealed things. You'll understand the mystical things, the deep things. You'll understand why things happen. You'll be in a state of total peace and awareness of goodness. You're totally locked in. And you want to do this combo and activate this state of expanded awareness of the secrets of the Torah. It only comes through the power of making blessings on the learning of the Torah. It's not enough just to learn the oral Torah. You have to make the blessings when we're learning the Torah. The blessing on learning the Torah. It's called Birchas HaTorah. If you don't have it, send me a message, I'll send it to you. Ki b'chdei lahasig l'idiyah shel Torah sheba'al peh shehi b'ribui, because in order to understand and process and be one with the oral Torah, you have to have what's called this expansive access. You have to have expanded consciousness. And in order to have that, muchach adam levracha shineged ois base. In order to get that, it's incumbent on a human to make a bracha. You want to get to that level, you have to make a bracha. And the bracha itself is connected to the letter Beis, Bet, in the Torah, as we're brought in the Zohar. V'asagas habracha, yal yidei yichud habracha, shehi Beis, and to achieve and to attain, actually, the blessing that comes from the blessing, to actually get the blessing. You want to get the blessing that you're saying, like, and really get blessed? It comes by uniting that blessing, which we said is the letter Bet, bracha, Bet. You unite it, imakor habracha, with the source of that blessing. Unite the blessing itself with the source of the blessing. Shehem chachamim moisrei Torah ad shemiachta ima alev. The source of this bracha is the sages who revealed the blessings through Moses and passed it on from generations and through generation, all the way until uniting it with the aleph, where the blessing really come from, not just the sages. Remember, we said there's the sages and there's the heavens. Hayinu alufo shel oilam. You have to unite the source of the blessing, the sages, with the creator, the master of the world, God. V'zehu baruch shehu beis. And this is the first word of the blessing. When you say baruch is bet, and then you say ata, shehu aleph, which starts with the aleph. So I say baruch ata. That's me combining the sages, the source of the blessing, who taught it to me, ata, with you, God. You both are the source of this thing equally. You're partners. The sages and God, you're partners in this blessing, because the sages passed it on generation to generation, suffering to make sure we have access today, and God is the source of it. So when I unite them both, goes, oh, first of all, in every bracha you say, you make, there's a revelation of God in the bracha. That's what we just established. Therefore, inyan brachos ha-Torah, the matter of saying these blessings on the Torah is at the time, at the moment that you're entering the consciousness, the awareness, the learnings of the Torah into your brain, at that moment, you should know and remember as the source for these pieces of Torah you're learning. We're not just learning the Yanuka now, we're learning the Yanuka and Hashem's Torah. When I say a blessing, I'm not just saying what the rabbis told me to do. I'm saying what the rabbis told me to do with God together as the source of it. I'm doing combo, package programs. Because the blessing is the vehicle to unite the blessing and its source. The rabbinical teachings, the oral law, and the source, the written stuff, God, gets united together in the blessing itself. The blessing is the vehicle to unite them. And this is the sages who were wearing garments of light, all the way until this Torah, which was commanded by us to learn by God directly in a revealed manner. Let's get those combo packages. Let's unite the light from the sages with the light from the Torah. When we're learning Torah, to remember it's all one, the sages and the Torah. Say your blessings on the Torah. Activate unbelievable mazel in your life. I love you all so much. Stay strong. Have a good day. Stay activated. Over and out.